This video was intended to be a review on Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2, but several hours after watching the episode, I decided to change it to just for my thoughts. The main reason is of course that this is not the end of the final season, but the end of a second cour? Because as soon as the final episode of this part was aired, MAPPA announced a third part that more likely will bring the end to this story. This is not what I predicted. I thought, as many of you, that the few chapters remaining were enough for a movie. A celebration for an anime adaptation 10 years in the making. The end of an era. The symbol of a generation. But for some reason this is not the way they've chosen, but keeping it on TV format. The only question remaining are how many episodes this third part will be, as it is unlikely that the untold chapters will fill for an entire 12 episodes cour, maybe 6, and that is if they intend to adapt the original manga ending or if they will make an entirely different ending. This has happened before in other presentations, so it's still possible, especially after the backlash of last year's manga's ending that divided the fandom up to this day. It would be very unfair to me to provide with a full review because there is no ending. I was hoping we get some kind of seasonal ending in the last episode, and that would have been enough for me to give a rating, but we didn't. As a matter of fact, I believe the last episode was the weakest of the entire cour. Wasn't bad, don't get me wrong, it just felt a misplaced episode. Well, most of it. Like if they were just buying time to justify the episode at all. The best way I can divide this part of the final season are the Eren episodes, the ones he makes an appearance on, and the non-Eren episodes, those that he did not. And the Eren episodes are better on my opinion. All of the Eren episodes, especially Two Brothers, are the best on Attack on Titan overall, with this one, Two Brothers, being my favorite of all of them. The non-Eren episodes, half of them are action-packed, and the other half are dialogue-driven. And they are great also. The human emotions and interaction among factions between countries and ideals. Attack on Titan went from being about mindless monster eating villages to a story full of moral questions and difficult decisions. What is freedom to you? What is the price of that freedom? What is justice? Eren, the hero, or should I say the anti-hero at this point, is wrong. Of course, genocide is not the answer. Not because a government of a nation that has killed innocent means that every citizen of that nation, including children, are guilty of those atrocious crimes. Even in the darkest hours of our real world, brave ones stood against tyrants that ruled their nations. Of course, Ziggy's plan is also wrong. The only difference is that he's not committing genocide, but let a civilization grow old and die without offspring. So, all we have left is the third option. A group from both sides led by Hanji. But what is exactly their plan? Stop Eren, right? But how? And in case they succeed, what then? The other countries probably will never establish peaceful relationship with Paradise. And to tell you the truth, things are looking awful bad for the island people in case Eren fails as we left the final season. Throughout this second part, I have read discussions going over not only how Eren or Zeke were right or wrong, but also why people hate Gabi or Flock, or any morally grey extremist. This only shows how divided the fandom is, and how difficult it's going to be after Attack on Titan ends for many people. Beyond the story, animation-wise, I think this is MAPPA at its best. For some exceptions, some CG, overall, this is the best animation on Attack on Titan to date. Pretty impressive. Long gone that poorly animated Warhammer Titan or even worse Colossal Titan. Yamamoto and Sawano again deliver an outstanding soundtrack, to add to a very strong one in part 1. This put together with SIM's The Rumbling OP, which is one of the best of the season, if not the best, and Aiguchi's A Child of Evil ED, also a seasonal best, to what is looking like a legendary final season OST overall. And that's it. Those are my thoughts on the current state on Attack on Titan, and how we ended second part of the final season. I know I left a lot of things out that you may want to hear my opinion on, but right now I am still processing everything, and perhaps someday in the near future when the hype settles down, I might bring another video for this season going deeper into the story and giving you a more in-depth analysis. But for now, that's it from me. But I want to hear about you. How do you feel MAPPA is handling the final season situation? How do you feel about the story? Do you support Eren? Or you see there's an alternative to his plan where everybody's happy? Let me know in the comment section down below, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Like the video if you did. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You're in the Discord for free. The link is in the description section down below. And as always, I wish you all a wonderful day.